Here we go. Okay, hey everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight on our live virtual taste testing Sip and See event. My name is Stephanie Falstich, and I am actually in the back of my minivan right now, just outside of Fort Worth. We're on our way to Waco for Plexus Convention, so I've got some of my buddies with me. We're having an awesome time. We're just running a little bit late getting to our hotel, so we just had to pull over so we could hop on and be with you guys for a little bit. So we're here tonight to learn more about Plexus and what these supplements have done for us, and to maybe see what they could do for you too. So first things first, I know everybody is on here to see and to give this pink drink a try. So if you have your pink drink, you have one of these. It's called Slim is the name of the pink drink, and there's two different kinds. The shorter one is microbiome activating. It's full of prebiotics. It tastes like watermelon. And then this is Slim Hunger Control. It's a little bit bigger because it has added prebiotic fiber in this. It helps you to feel full longer. Helps with your hunger control. This tastes almost like an old school pink lemonade. It's citrusy. So anyway, what you're going to do is take either a water bottle, a blender bottle. When I'm at home, I just use a glass. I use a dry glass. I'll pour my packet in there with a straw and then put it under my tap water and stir it up that way. Today I'm on the go, so I'm just going to put it in my cute little water bottle here. So if you have whichever packet of Slim you have, you're just going to open it up, pour it in, and stir or shake. Tonight, I'm going to have my drink shaken and not stirred. So we'll all mix up our pink drinks together. If you're using one of those, a smaller, regular, like plastic water bottle, Christina has one, you'll want to drink a little bit out of that first so that you have room for it to shake and to get mixed up. And if you'll notice, my water bottle wasn't full all the way. And then you just shake it up, and it's a beautiful pink color. It mixes up really well. Mix it up with just straight water first. Once it's mixed up, if you want to add ice, do it now. Okay. But if it's too cold, it'll tend to clump and it won't get mixed up all the way for you. All right. Cheers, my friends. You ready? That's good. What do you guys think? And you guys, this is all interactive and participate. If you have questions as we go along the way, just unmute yourself and ask questions. That's what we're here for. Okay. So while we're tasting our Slim, let me tell you a little bit about what this was created for. Slim was actually designed and created by endocrinologists for pre-diabetics. It was designed to help regulate your blood glucose levels. But what they found is that people were experiencing a lot of other side effects, good side effects like weight loss, energy, improved sleep, better moods, help with their cravings. So they did some more research on it and found that by balancing your blood sugar, when your insulin levels get balanced out, it helps you to have an even energy, a sustained energy throughout the day, because your blood sugar isn't crashing and spiking, right? So when it dips and spikes, that's when you'll notice you are craving sugars and carbs, or when it crashes, you know, you get the shakes, might break out in a sweat. You'll have that afternoon crash where you feel like you have to have a nap every day. Slim is going to help with that by balancing your insulin level. Now, it also helps with your mood, because they found that insulin is one of your main 6 hormones. And the hormones kind of use the buddy system. So when you get one of those in line, the rest will follow suit. So then your hormones start to balance out. That helps to improve your mood. A lot of people find that they start sleeping better. They'll sleep through the night. They wake up rested. They have energy throughout the day. They don't need to take naps. That's usually one of the first comments that I get, especially from busy moms, is that they didn't need their afternoon nap. So let's hear from a couple friends and a couple ladies. I want to hear what Slim and what these Plexus products have done for you. So Rebecca, would you mind to start us out and tell us a little bit?
Sure. My name's Rebecca, and I've been on Plexus products since the end of August, so not quite a year yet. And I was pretty amazed. I watched Stephanie for a long time before I even tried this stuff. And a lot of heartfelt prayers and talks later, I actually did try it. So what was happening with me is my liver enzymes were completely out of control. I have an autoimmune disorder. I have a neurological sensation loss. I have a bad hip that just popped up in like 18 months from good to advanced or, degenerative. There's just a ton of little things happening. Thyroid, hypothyroidism is one of the big ones too. Overall, this feeling extremely in a lot of pain and just miserable, to be honest with you. And so I finally went ahead and I was at the point where they were going to do either liver biopsy than considering a liver transplant at the time. I mean, the liver enzymes were 3 times their normal limit. And so I got with Stephanie and I started Triplex and been faithfully on it ever since. Within the first month or so, I noticed I had a lot more energy, and my labs really didn't come down for probably about 6th or 7th month. And then all of a sudden, the liver enzymes started falling in place, and I was no longer being considered for a transplant, which I just think was absolutely amazing. And as well, I've got off of a lot of medicines or reduced medicine also. And so I still take a thyroid medicine. And what you want to do, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that there's 4 hours between the time that you take your thyroid medicine to the time that you really start doing your Plexus supplements or any other type of food intake or anything like that, just so it doesn't mess with each other. But what's happened is I've gained energy, I've gained mobility, my liver is good, so I have a nice pink color now instead of a yellowish one, which is kind of nice to have, to be honest with you. I've also lost 30 pounds during this process. I'm extremely happy with that. I'm kind of excited to go back to the endocrinologist and maybe we'll get that medicine reduced. I went from a whole drawer full of medicines multiple times today where I only really take Plexus product. I take a migraine medicine still and my thyroid medicine. That's it. That's really that I went from like 15 to 20 down to 3 plus my products. It really has been phenomenal, the whole experience. I gained a lot more, even with the Triplex products, I gained a lot more than that. You have a whole community and everybody wants you to succeed. There's nobody in this community that wants you to fail. So anytime the product wasn't working quite right, I would go ahead and get with Stephanie and we'd adjust, the number of probiotics I was taking or cut back on the BioCleanse or balance between like the Slim. I felt the little Slim was more beneficial to me because I never really did get hungry. I wasn't eating enough calories as it was. So, I went ahead and went back to the little one. And I'm doing very well with it. I feel a lot better. And it's just amazing. It amazes me how something this simple and plant-based can affect everybody differently. And once you get your gut in order, everything else falls into place. It doesn't matter if like I have hypothyroidism and somebody else has skin tax. It doesn't matter. They're that different, but they all kind of fall into place with each other. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get a hold of us and ask. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. I am just amazed by watching you. So Rebecca is she is one of my friends. I have known her. We went to school together for RadTech. I've known her for a while and she's moved away, but we've stayed friends and connected on Facebook. And that's how, we kind of reconnected about this. We talked about it for several months before she gave it a try, but I'm really, really glad that you did give it a try. And just to hear you now talk about the stuff that you've overcome and how much better you're feeling. And then when you showed us the other day, like your drawer of prescriptions that you've been able to come off of and you're feeling so much better. That just sets my heart on fire. That's why we share and talk about Plexus, because we have found something that's all natural, that does not have side effects that prescription medications have. And, then when you start feeling better, like you want everybody else to know about this too, and to give it a try too. So that's kind of how it's worked for me, and it's kept going. And I wanted my friend Susan to hop on and share with you guys too. We met through Plexus and have kind of teamed up. Susan and I both have rheumatoid arthritis. And we got together, started comparing notes about how we were taking our triplex combo and what we thought was working with it, the secret sauce that was helping us to get off of our medications. And we were feeling so much better. And now we have a RA page. We try to help other people with rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, stuff like that. So, but listen to Susan's story because it's just amazing too.
Hi guys, I'm so happy that you chose to hop on tonight because yes, Stephanie was talking about the reason why we share, and I will tell you, I signed up with Plexus just really. My thought was if I could just slow down what was happening to me, then okay, that was like my only expectation. And what really happened was the first thing that I saw, so I started on the triplex almost a year ago. I am going to celebrate July 5th. Was the first time I drank my first pink drink, and I started my products. And 3 weeks later, the first thing that I noticed was my restless leg syndrome that I had suffered from for like almost 15 years. I've just like popped ibuprofen like candy. That was the only way I could go to sleep. And I noticed after a couple of nights that I was not hitting the ibuprofen. I'm like, And so next I know, here I am, almost a year later, and I don't take it anymore. I don't have any symptoms, which is amazing. That was the first win. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome and great. Let's, what else? And so I was on high blood pressure medicine. My thyroid had gone all wonky. I'd been diagnosed with RA the year before. I had extreme fatigue. I have Hashimoto. And my fatigue was absolutely so horrible that I have laid down in my floor at my office, locked the door so nobody would know what I was doing, so I didn't get fired. But laid down to take a nap so that I could drive myself home because my eyes would close on their own. I was so fatigued. And so what I started noticing is I was starting to have more energy. I started using some of the other products that has helped my fatigue so much. And I haven't had a nap, and I can't even tell you when. I don't even know. I couldn't even give you a date. And my naps were daily. Like I would have to shut my eyes for like 15 to 30 minutes. I was like the Energizer bunny. I just needed to like a little, go to sleep for just a little bit so I could like make it through the day. And so I don't even do that anymore. I have come off of methotrexate for my RA. I went off of that in October because it was causing enzymes in my liver. And so talking about side effects with medication. So that went away. I've been off. I've had blood work done in November. It was all perfect. Again, in January, no signs of inflammation. My rheumatologist, he's like checking my hands, checking my body, looking at my labs. And he's like, he didn't know about Plexus. And so I kind of had to tell him, and he's like, you're a miracle. He goes, I don't know what you're doing, but just keep on doing it, And so just doing absolutely fantastic because I don't need those prescriptions anymore. I'm off a high blood pressure medicine. So I'm off of five medications. I feel better than I have felt in a long time. And I was telling Stephanie on the way here that, so I am I'm just, like a couple weeks shy of a year. And I literally feel like I don't have RA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I have no symptoms of it. I can go and exercise and be okay the next day, where before, if I exercised, it took me like 5 days to recover from doing one thing.
Right. But you're cycling, and you're
I'm
cycling like
cycling.
how many miles?
I was
20 something miles?
Yeah, well, I like rode a 60 miler, but I was like riding like between 60 and 80 miles in like a 3-day period, like back to back, like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I could have never done that.
Yeah,
that would have
crazy.
wiped me out. I would
Right.
have never made it.
Right.
I would have been laid out. So,
Right.
yeah, just amazing. So
Yeah.
I met Stephanie, online, in September. She talked to me about what she calls the secret sauce. That's what we call it. It's the 4 ProBio 5, and it has been the game changer for me. It is giving me back my life, my active life, and I feel absolutely fantastic. So just saying, I'm a believer for life. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm all in. So
I'm all
anyway,
in.
yeah,
Yeah.
all in. Start with the pink drink.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh gosh. I
Nice to
love
see everybody.
her. So Susan lives in Oklahoma City. We're driving down to Waco from Missouri. So we stopped in Oklahoma City and picked her up and taken her on the way. So anyway, we're having so much fun. Okay, so let me tell you guys a little bit more about this triplex combo that we've all mentioned. It's really the foundation for improving your gut health. It's what most people start with. It covers a wide range of symptoms because usually it is from buildup and overgrowth of candida yeast that's in your gut that builds up over time. And then that's when you start coming up with these really crazy symptoms that start popping up, right? But nobody can explain them. And you go to the, hey, Lauren, everything is gluten-free. All Plexus products are gluten-free. There's no allergens. They're non-GMO. No artificial colors or flavors. The pink drink gets its pink color from beetroot. That's why it's this pretty pink color. Plexus really, really stands by and really works hard to have the most natural ingredients. So anyway, yes, you can take it. It's not, there's no gluten in it. But a lot of people will find that once you heal your gut, you won't have a gluten allergy anymore. We were talking about that at lunch today at Panera, having sandwiches and bread and cookies, and that doesn't bother us anymore. But we had done the gluten-free. I've done the autoimmune protocol diet, but it didn't help my joint pain or the inflammation my body was having. Anyway, so what the triplex does is it allows your body to heal from the inside out. So we start with the pink drink. You have one of these a day. Anytime during the day. There's no caffeine in this. It's not a stimulant. It's not going to keep you awake. It helps to balance your blood sugar, your hormones, and it is a prebiotic. So that is like the fertilizer for your good gut bacteria. And then what you're going to add in is called BioCleanse. Now this is magnesium and vitamin C based. And what that does is it goes in and it oxygenates your blood. So it goes throughout your whole system. It's not a colon cleanse at all. It goes throughout your whole system and oxygenates your blood. Now, if you're in the medical field, you know that where oxygen lives, disease can't. Right? So it's good to oxygenate your blood, but what that's doing also is it's pulling toxins from throughout your body. So if you see, we do a lot of side-by-side pictures in Plexus to show the decrease of inflammation. There'll be a lot of headshots and we'll put our pictures side by side and you can see. One of the first things that I notice on those side-by-side pictures, look at people's eyes. because their eyes aren't as puffy anymore. Usually around the jaw, chin line, in the cheek area, you'll notice the puffiness under eyes. That's because that BioCleanse is pulling all of that inflammation out from your body, and it helps to gently flush it out. And then, in my opinion, the powerhouse of all of this that's really doing the heavy work on the inside is called ProBio 5. This is the Plexus probiotic. But let me just explain how this works, because I had been on probiotics for years. I had taken the expensive liquid ones you get from the pharmacist behind the counter. And this is actually $33 is how much this is. So it's a lot cheaper than the other probiotics I was getting. But what makes this special is that it has digestive enzymes and an antifungal with the probiotic. So how that works is that the digestive enzymes are able to go in and break down the hard shell exterior of the Candida yeast, right? It has an exoskeleton, so similar to a roach, but you have to break that down. And then the antifungal goes in and is able to destroy the yeast. And then the probiotic is putting good gut flora into your gut. And so that's how that works. Now, it will go in and get rid of buildup of toxins, bacteria, yeast, funguses, viruses, all kinds of things like that. It takes some time to do this and for these to work together, because as the ProBio 5 is breaking things down, the BioCleanse is making sure that you're flushing all of those toxins out. Once you get all the old and bad stuff out, your body starts, your gut starts to thrive and grow. You start seeing relief from symptoms that you've had. I think the first thing that I had noticed, I had been on anti-inflammatories for 10 plus years with my RA. So I was on a prescription Nexium because those tear up your stomach lining, esophagus, all that. I had acid reflux and GERD really bad. So the first thing I noticed was I wasn't having acid reflux anymore. And that was the first medication I was able to come off of. And then I thought, well, if I don't have that, then maybe I can come off this anti-inflammatory that was causing all of that. And I did. Then I was able to come off of the harder medications for RA that cause, really crazy side effects like detached retinas, things like that. I had put on 50 pounds. I've lost 50 pounds in the last year. I've lost 2 spare tires around my waist. My skin has cleared up. My hair is thick like it was in my 20s again, and I will be 44 in a few months. So I don't suffer with seasonal allergies anymore. I haven't had a sinus infection in 2 years since I've been on Plexus. I haven't been sick or had any colds since I've been on Plexus. Plexus also has a children's line. And I love to talk about this because I have an amazing health testimony with these products, but my youngest daughter, Noelle, used to be on 3 inhalers every day. She was a NICU baby. She had constant respiratory illnesses. We were constantly in the ER. And so my sponsor that got me started in this said, this really helped my daughter's asthma. You should try it with Noelle. And it's a chewable vitamin. It's a tropical punch flavor. And so I started giving it to her. She doesn't take inhalers anymore. It cleared up her eczema. They don't have allergies. My little girls are 3 and 5. I adopted them through foster care. So they had been exposed to a lot of stuff in the womb and not exposed to prenatal care. So this has been a really, really big deal for us. So if Plexus didn't do anything else for me, for my baby to be able to breathe freely is worth it. let me read through. I can't see all the comments. They go way too fast. Sorry. So anyway, that's a little bit about the triplex. Let me look at your comments here. If you guys have questions, would you just unmute and we'll do some question and answer here. Let me look at these questions. Okay, so the gluten allergy. Rebecca's had no issues with gluten. After having COVID, I developed so many allergies. Now I'm asthmatic. And now nut allergies. I feel like all I eat is water. Oh man. No longer
Okay.
suffer.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
So I know Stacy, who invited me this evening.
Oh, good. Okay.
One from social media, and two, we go to the same church.
Okay.
So, and I've seen her talk about it, and then all her renovations for all her cool stuff. So that's kind of how I've known her a little bit. And we had spoke several months ago, but I was still really sick with COVID when her and I were talking. I've always had asthma since I was an infant. I have not had any issues since my youngest is 12. Hold on. Bye. Love you too. My kids are leaving. They're spending the night at friends' houses. But I only had asthmatic problems when I was pregnant, and my youngest is 12. So to develop this to be on a nebulizer 3 times a day, I have four new inhalers. My kids are always vigilant. Is mom breathing right? Is she not sleeping? I mean, they have come to the rescue. They have seen me go to the emergency room with the ambulance come get me. I'm a single mom, so, it's terrifying for them to see that mom has to go to the hospital because she's no longer breathing correctly. And then I come home because they've pumped me up with so many of the albuterol that I have the shakes for hours afterwards. So in desperation of just trying something, I do Monate, but none of our wellness products with Monate are working anymore for me. And so my sister does pink drink because she's got a hypothyroid issue. Mm-hmm. And she said, try it out. And so this is kind of where I'm sitting. At this point, I mean, I can't be any worse off than when I'm at.
That's where, these girls up here are like, and that's how I was too. I had watched a friend of mine for 9 months with this, and my health kept declining. And same boat. I was about to start doing the biologic injections, and I said, okay, let me give this a try. Like, it can't get any worse, right? And you try everything. So let me just give it a try. And I did. And really within like 4 to 6 weeks is when I really started noticing things were changing for me. So, I mean, it takes a little bit, but it works. And I definitely do think that this would be a try, definitely something for you to give a try, a really good, honest try to see. And I mean, that's why we come on and share our stories now. I know, like, I worry that sometimes they might sound unbelievable, for like, I suffered with RA for, almost 8 years, and I lived on prednisone just to get out of bed, all that stuff. I'm a single mom too. I worried about that. I was making my kids go to bed with me at 6:30 at night because I couldn't go on anymore, right, for the day. And it was really affecting them. Just like how you're noticing that, this is affecting your children too. And so, when I noticed that, then it was like, I have to be the one to do something. I have to do something here for my family. And as moms, and especially as single moms, it's really hard for us to do something for ourselves. But I have learned through this, that was the best thing I could have ever done for my family, was to do something that takes care of me and my health, because now I am able to be a better mom for them. I'm active. We have dance parties at 9 o'clock at night. You know, we're not going to bed at 6:30 anymore. I want to do things with them. I'm a lot more patient with them now also. But I think a lot of it is just, I feel so much better. So I'm able to do more. It has changed our family dynamic and our relationship completely just by me focusing on my health alone. So I definitely think that this is worth a try for you. Absolutely.
Yes, I just tried the pink drink right now. I was not able to do it while you were doing it, and it does taste good. I was worried that I wasn't going to like the flavor of it, but no, it's actually pretty good.
That's why you see our selfies everywhere. Got a pink drink. Got a pink drink.
Yes.
It's good. Which one did you get?
It was just the watermelon one.
Watermelon. Yes. Good.
And
perfect. That's the one I would say for you.
And then she's got a mango one is the other one. And she said to try
Drink
that
one in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll try those.
That's our mom juice. That's the go-go juice.
Well, good, because I've got 2 open houses this weekend, so I need as
Perfect.
much mom juice as problem.
So drink it that morning before your open houses. It'll help you focus. You'll have sustained energy. You will not get the shakes. It won't make your heart race. And there's no crash with that either.
Awesome. I will do that then.
You'll like it. It'll be good. Did you have any other questions, Lauren?
No, I think that's it. Thank you for answering them.
You're so welcome. And so just get with Stacy after this, and, you know, we'll help you get an order in. And so that you get it and get to start getting to feeling better. You'll meet everybody on our team. Everybody is super encouraging and helpful. You know, we're all in this with the same goal to feel better, but it is really neat how everybody's, you know, body chemistry is different. So there's a lot of tweaking that we can do. So communication is just really important. And I know Stacy is really great about that. And I'll be checking in with you too and helping you along the way. So
and
I'm excited for you.
I was just going to tell Lauren, I have many layers of everything. I mean, there's still a lot of medical things that I kind of left out. But I did notice it was probably about 6 to 8 weeks. And then I started noticing huge differences and was able to start coming off some of the medicines. And
6
then
to 8?
Yeah, about 6 to 8.
Yeah.
I really didn't notice, like I noticed the inflammation and stuff was leaving at first. With the liver enzymes and stuff, that those took like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time, but we got them
a little
down.
more serious.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, all of that stuff, I know you said you have a lot of this new stuff with COVID, but it's just going to take time because the body, I think once you get your gut healthy, then the body can work on what it needs to be with everything else.
Exactly. Yes. Now I see we have a couple more people on here. Did you all have any questions? Is there anything I can explain or answer for you? You can unmute if you want. Everybody good? Okay. But we don't like for these things to be too long. So I think I'm going to go from here. We're going to keep on heading down the highway. We should be in Waco in a little bit and meet up with all the other Plexus people. But, you know, this drive is half the fun of the trip. We're talking about our Plexus stories. We're sharing them with each other and what we've experienced. And it's just amazing when we all get together and start sharing our stories. So thanks everybody for hopping on tonight and sharing with us. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Feel free to message me or your sponsor, your friend that invited you tonight, and we'll help get you some answers. Okay. All right. Everybody have a good night. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Safe travels.